Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into the rapidly evolving investigation behind a really grim tragedy that recently unfolded at a major music festival. We're going to look closely at how a truly shocking discovery triggered an intense, desperate search for answers. We'll see how this shifted from a local incident right into an active federal manhunt.
Right, so let's set the scene here, because the contrast is honestly staggering. When we think of music festivals, we think of community, art, celebration, just good vibes all around. But right in the absolute center of all that lively energy, a totally jarring reality emerged. A really dark discovery that kicked off a high-stakes criminal investigation, one that's literally still unfolding as we speak.
Section 1. A tragic festival discovery.
To really understand the investigation, you gotta understand the sheer scale of the Electric Forest Festival, because it is staggering. This isn't some small, contained backyard gathering. It's held at Rothbury's Double J Resort, pulling in tens of thousands of attendees for dozens of electronic and jam band performances. I mean, we're talking massive headliners this year. Elianum, Cascade, the String Cheese Incident. So you have this sprawling, densely packed 24/7 landscape. For law enforcement, trying to isolate a crime scene or pinpoint a suspect in that kind of chaos is the literal definition of finding a needle in a moving haystack.
And it was right in the middle of this massive crowd, on the morning of June 28th, that everything fundamentally changed. A maintenance worker, who was likely just, going about their standard morning rounds to keep the whole festival operational, made a truly tragic discovery. Inside a portable toilet out in the expansive camping area, they found the body of a newborn baby. Just like that, in a split second, these vibrant festival grounds became the center of a deeply, deeply troubling mystery.
Section 2. The medical turning point. So let's look at how this escalated so quickly from that initial horrific report into a full-blown federal manhunt in just a matter of weeks. Following the discovery on June 28th, there was a quiet, crucial gap leading up to July 13th, which is when a massive update dropped. And that update, it acted as the absolute catalyst, propelling the investigation into the present day, where federal authorities are now dedicating some very serious resources to this case.
The turning point boils down to this exact statement released by the Michigan State Police in their July 13th update. And the quote is, "Preliminary autopsy findings indicate the infant was viable and was born alive." That single sentence completely transformed the entire reality of the situation. It confirmed we weren't looking at a terrible medical emergency that resulted in a stillbirth. No, a viable living infant was left in that camping area. This heartbreaking piece of information immediately shifted the entire legal landscape, instantly turning this into a high-stakes homicide investigation.
Section 3. The active investigation. Now, to really understand the actual investigative legwork happening behind the scenes, you have to realize that authorities are meticulously chasing down every single lead, no matter how small. For example, a tip comes in regarding a woman from Muskegon. Okay, so next, the Michigan State Police bring her in for questioning. And then finally, through their rigorous checking process, she is definitively eliminated as a suspect. So it's this grueling process of elimination, right? Just crossing names off a list one by one, all while knowing for a fact that the actual suspect is still out there.
And to truly grasp the gravity of the situation, just consider this number, $15,000. Because the suspect is still completely unidentified, the FBI actually officially stepped in on a Monday to offer this massive monetary reward. So we're not just talking about local police anymore. Federal authorities are offering $15 grand for any information that directly leads to the identification, arrest, and conviction of whoever is involved. Honestly, when the FBI puts up that kind of cash, it really emphasizes just how absolutely critical finding a solid lead has become.
Section 4. How the public can help.
Because of this, the Michigan State Police are urgently asking the public to basically help them crowdsource leads. You can submit a tip online at michigan.gov/michtip, or you can just call their dedicated tip line at 1-855-MICHTIP. They're putting this out there everywhere because think about it. In a crowd of tens of thousands of people, someone saw something. Someone might have a random piece of cell phone footage, a passing memory, or even just some seemingly insignificant detail that could literally break this entire case wide open. It just reinforces why public awareness is absolutely critical to solving these complex, needle-in-a-haystack crimes.
So as we wrap up this explainer, we're honestly left staring at a pretty unsettling reality. We have to ask ourselves how, in a tightly packed sea of tens of thousands of festival goers, did a tragedy of this magnitude happen seemingly without a single witness? What is the missing piece of the puzzle here? What crucial clue is still out there, just waiting to be found?